4, 3, 2, 1. Let's fucking go. Gaming Showcase. Let's go. Let's go. El Best Saber es un juegazo, en VR.
Welcome everyone to our third annual MetaQuest Gaming Showcase. I'm thrilled to be back hosting, and it's a big day.
Va a ser mejor sin subtítulos.
This morning, Mark Zuckerberg shared that our MetaQuest 3, our next-gen VR headset, is launching later this year.
Ahora con cámaras.
It's our follow-up to MetaQuest 2, and will feature advanced tech that opens up new possibilities in both VR and MR. It will also be backwards compatible with Quest 2's entire library of over 500 games and apps. Later in the show, we'll explore Oculus Studio's biggest and most immersive game ever with a gameplay deep dive. A game that will take advantage of MetaQuest 3's cutting-edge hardware. We have way more to share when MetaQuest 3 releases, including specs, more apps and experiences, and a whole slate of groundbreaking MR content. These are all stepping stones toward our long-term vision for building the metaverse.
Que lo sepas.
But for today's showcase, it's all about VR games. Every title you see today will be playable on both MetaQuest 2 and 3, and is currently set to launch in the next 12 months. So let's get started.
Are you ready?
¿Qué es un Just Dance? ¿O es...? Sí, es como un Just Dance. Vale, ok. Buenas, buenas, Calvo. Qué cabrón eres, Tai. Siempre igual, ¿eh? Lo que pasa es que muy colorido puede afectar a los ojos si juegas demasiado rato, ¿no? ¿Intuyo? O sea, no lo sé. No lo he probado. Deseo probarlo, la verdad.
Be more excited, because music is such an important part of my life. I was a professional musician for years, and at Meta, I've gotten to work with the talented teams behind a bunch of other rhythm games. Playing Samba de Amigo in VR feels like it's always belonged here. And I can't wait to see everyone shaking their maracas when Sega brings the game to the MetaQuest store this fall.
Samba de Amigo.
Back in February, Shell Games revealed
Es el juego se llama Samba de Amigo.
Today, I can confirm that this third helping of Spy Hijinks, or Spyjinks, is coming to the MetaQuest
La cosa es que no sé si, creo que no, pero el tema mareos lo han corregido muchísimo. Y eso es bueno.
Most challenging mission yet. Confront more villainous villains, tackle more perilous perils, and expect to die a few more times.
Oh, you are either very
¿Tú quieres que gaste poco inglés que
was not attached correctly.
¿Conducción?
Dr. Roxana
no.
is a former inventor for the agency. She truly believes she can create a better agent.
Oh, hey, I'm a butler.
You'll either prove her wrong, or prove her right. You're dead in that second scenario.
Vale, es un juego de puzzles.
Dead, everyone will see just how superior my robots are to human agents.
Hey, you found some nickel. Do it again and you'll have 10 cents.
El gran espía.
Agent Phoenix, we get stronger.
Check this out, we can fly now.
It's simply a matter of time and iteration.
You think that's the end? It's not even begun.
Are you using Dr. P's notes I left in there? Aren't the
Agente
grades
00003. Verano del
Series
23.
in order. But if you'd like to, you'll find the first 2 games bundled in the MetaQuest store for 40% off for a limited time. That's not all Shell Games is working on. They made a promise at last year's showcase.
Que venga en verano del
3
23
games over the
es,
next 2 years.
es guay.
Hot off the press, let me introduce you to Silent Slayer, Vault of the Vampire.
No, pero la evolución del mismo
Silent Slayer is a single
pinta
player
muy
horde
chula, la evolución del VR.
face to face with slumbering vampires.
Será mainstream en algún
And as you
momento,
might
pero
guess from the
mainstream
title,
top.
stealth
Esa es la
is
cosa.
key to survival. As Shell Games puts it, silence is golden, sound is death. Spooky. Let's take a peek.
Keep silent. Gently. At last. Aim for the center of the chest. And do not be gentle.
Silent Slayer. Sí, sí que va para YouTube, claro que va para
At
YouTube.
last year's showcase, we revealed Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord. And then I got to drive off into the sunset in the iconic Ecto-1. For this year's show, Sony Pictures VR and nDreams put together a little dossier on the Ghost Lord himself. Who is he? And how did he get
Pero no pasa nada por unos sonidos,
Along the way, we'll get a glimpse of the West Coast's first Ghostbusters HQ, some iconic San Francisco landmarks, and the spirits and specters that you'll be trapping there with your friends. Let's take a look.
Nah, porque un Sea of Tips VR sería imposible.
You think you know the whole story of the Ghostbusters. Well, you don't know my story. 1984. My research brought me to Columbia University, where I studied under the Ghostbusters. They dismissed my work, called it dangerous. But in San Francisco, I can show them, with its untapped cauldron of the undead. Where others saw fear, I saw subjects. How could I know my research would stir a dormant evil? The Ghost Lord. Alcatraz. Tortured souls, whose guilt I could drain and drain again. Their pain, the price of progress. My dear assistant Katie understands. Soon everyone will understand. Especially you,
Este pinta sexy,
You will see the progress I have made.
Ghostbusters.
The power I have harnessed. You will realize that I, Gustav Hookfather, am the genius who gave the world endless clean energy. The Ghost Lord is coming. What have I brought upon the world? The time of the Ghost Lord is here.
The Ghost Lord. Y está la musiquita, déjamela un poquito más. Ghostbusters. Let's go.
Check this out. The team let me into the San Francisco Ghostbusters HQ a little early, and it's still under construction, but I have heard some strange noises in the middle of the night. But guess what? I've got my jumpsuit, I've got my proton pack, my PKE meter.
Ya te digo, MetaQuest 2 se ve con fuerza. Ojo, cuidado.
Because if there's one thing you can say about me, is that I ain't afraid of no ghost. Whew. Anyway, when we asked One Sub, developers of Rocket NX, what's something players will love about your new game, they said, you can lose an arm, then pick it back up and bash your enemies with it. There you go. Underdogs is a physics-based brawler where you wrap yourself in your 5-ton gorilla mech and rampage through New Brock.
Es que de verdad, no os puedo leer, No os puedo leer en el chat. O sea, si os leo me río. Es que no puede ser.
Upgrade your mech to be even more fearsome. But remember,
Cuéntame qué es. Cuéntame qué es, pero no lo leo en voz alta,
will be gunning for you. So get ready to claw your way up the food chain.
Yo, this city ain't never gonna let two base boys like us in. Nah, this the jungle out here, bruv. If we wanna get into New Braca,
boxeo de robots. Dime que sí.
fight like fucking animals.
Aquí te lías a tortas, ¿eh? O sea, esto es un desahogo. Después de jugar al LOL, te vienes aquí, ¿sabes? En VR. Buah, te libras, te desahogas. Pelea de robots VR. Tai, los tipos de gráficos son lisos para que no te afecte a los ojos, para que no te marees. Los gráficos de Meta no son ultra detallados aún.
At last year's show, we revealed NFL Pro Era, the first NFL and NFLPA licensed VR football sim.
FLN en VR? No te creo, ¿verdad?
And unlocked over 9 million trophies. But what's next? Here to tell you is Status Pro
Es
president
mentira, ¿verdad?
and former NFL wide receiver Andrew Hawkins.
Thanks, Ruth. Our goal last year at Status Pro was to give people the experience of being NFL QB1.
Cofundador de Status Pro.
Stepping onto the field and leading your favorite NFL team to victory. And the positive response we got from our community was overwhelming.
Frank, esto es la conferencia de Meta, de la nueva consola, Meta 2, MetaQuest 2.
This year is all about showing the world what you've got. With
Las
the
actualizaciones.
NFL Pro Era, we're expanding multiplayer so you and your best friend can pit your favorite teams against each other and see who comes out on top. There's a world of competition out there, and we want to see how our community's QB skills stack up. We got a lot more to share, though, between now and launch. New features, new modes. This is more than a roster update. The next version of NFL Pro Era will build on last year's game in so many cool ways, and we cannot wait to get it in your hands. Check us out on social. We posted a lot of...
Pinta muy bien. Y el tema de las cámaras delante de...
This is really cool.
¿Cómo se dice?
Thanks, Hawk.
De la visera, por así decirlo, va a venir muy bien porque así puedes cambiar del juego a ver, ¿sabes tú? Y así no te chocas, básicamente. Y no tienes que ir quitándote las gafas y poniéndotelas. Lo cual puede estar muy, muy bien.
Exclusively for VR. Practice your swing solo. Play pickup matches with people all around the world. Or just hang out and socialize courtside with your friends in this one-of-a-kind sports complex. Here's a new look at Racket Club.
Yo no puedo leer el chat en voz alta. Dime que es un... Dime que está el pádel, el ping-pong y el tenis y todo. Dime que es un Wii Sports, pero estilo VR. Bueno, se mueven aún un poco que QW, ¿eh? También te diré. Bueno, podrían haber buscado mucho más rendimiento, ¿eh? No te voy a mentir. Claro, supongo que no pueden hacer una pista grande por el tema de que como te muevas te estampas contra tu propia habitación. Guau, pero me llegas a hacer boxeo y tal en VR y igual te cunde, ¿eh?
At our debut gaming showcase, I premiered the launch trailer for Wraith: The Oblivion Afterlife.
Uy, este juego, cuidado.
Travel games. It was the first VR game
Afterlife
in the world of darkness. And today, we're diving back into the world of supernatural horror with an all-new adventure RPG, Vampire: The Masquerade Justice, which will send you to Venice. but not the Venice you see on postcards. You are a vampire, comfortable in the city's darkest shadows. Hide in plain sight. Drink the blood of mortals and use your vampiric ability.
Yo creo que el tema NFL y Afterlife y tal
Without further ado,
le queda algo para que esté perfeccionado en VR. Pero lo bueno es que VR cada vez se adapta mucho mejor a todo, literal. Y el tema de los mareos ya lo están corrigiendo muchísimo. Dime que eres el vampiro, por favor. Sí.
Italy. Felt like I was back on square one. Hiding in the night. I didn't want to get dragged into this. But the guilty must be punished. You do well to remember.
Pinta muy bien, ¿eh?
Because if you don't, I'll make things very uncomfortable for you.
Wait, este pinta juegazo, ¿eh? ¿Verdad?
Next, an adventure that never needs to end. This one is special to me.
Una estrategia así, un juego sigilo. Uf, qué sexy, ¿eh? Puede estar eso. Pone perrón. Te hierve la sangre, ¿sabes? Cuando vas a fechar a alguien. Esa adrenalina que sientes.
Fun multiplayer games, and I am honored to announce their next project, Dungeons of Eternity. This 1 to 3 player dungeon crawler generates levels from hundreds of unique chambers, so no 2 trips are the same. You'll explore dark crypts, ruined castles, and deep caverns.
Es que yo no puedo leer el chat, tío. Es que me banean. Es que me banean si lo leo en voz alta. Fíjate lo que te digo.
Avoid traps, gather loot, escape back to safety, level up, and then do it all over again in a brand new dungeon. Take a look.
Sabe un montón de motes, ¿eh? Dark and Darker. VR, ¿eh? Que al final sí que sale un Dark and Darker. Ojo, cuidado, ¿eh? No, porque solo tengo que pulsar un botón y desaparece. No te preocupes, está ahí. Wow. En 2023. Si quieres spamear, te los puedo quitar al momento, ya lo verás.
Okay, we brought back Samba de Amigo, but we must have other beloved classics waiting in the wings, right? How about one of the best-selling games of the 90s? An iconic mystery, maybe? Something a little spooky? Yeah, I think we have one like that.
Ponlo ahora si quieres. Ya no sale. Y apenas estamos en 2022. ¿Pero qué dices, Zumbao? ¿Que estamos a mediados de 2023?
It's you. Don't be afraid. I'm here to help. There are many like me here, trapped in this house. Each night, the guests arrive.
Stout, what do you want? Show yourself.
El tipo de acertijos que tienes que descubrir la historia de la familia y cosas así, ¿no? Ok. Está interesante. Creo que son proyectos interesantes.
Is mostly known for ushering in the CD-ROM era, once upon a time. But it's a great puzzle adventure game. And it's cool to see Vertigo Games and Vertigo Studios Rotterdam staying true to the original, but reimagining it for a new era. The team is using volumetric video to capture the live-action performances of actors to help tell the game's story. They're also fully
Hola a todos, bienvenidos.
iconic mansion in 3D
Bienvenidos a
for
todos.
the first time. Just don't be surprised if it starts changing shape around you. It is haunted after all. In addition to the seventh guest, Vertigo is working on Arizona Sunshine 2, a sequel to one of the most popular games from VR's early days. This one people have been waiting to see for a long time, including me. You might have seen the CG reveal recently, but today we have another short teaser for you. Time to say hello to your old pal Freddy, and hello to a new friend as well.
Me pones perrón, ¿eh?
Oh, what's going on, Fred? Hold up. Allow me to show you how it's done. Nice, but...
Vale, este juego ya lo he visto en los trailers, ¿eh?
That's gonna do. Watch and learn. What the? Get a room. You know that only...
Arizona, eso era el juego. No, este juego está muy chulo, ¿eh?
In Arizona Sunshine 2, you'll survive the desolate waste of Arizona with your new best friend, Buddy, who you can trust to have your back, even when Freddy's are trying to take a bite out of it. Arizona Sunshine 2 launches later this
Sí, pero unos gráficos muy perfectos actualmente cansa la vista muy rápido, ¿eh? Hay que tener cuidado.
Haven't already. Okay.
No diré nada,
Last
dice.
November, Netflix and Tenderclaws revealed that the hit series Stranger Things is coming to VR. I hope you're comfortable in the Upside Down, because you're going to be spending a lot of time there. In this chilling psychological horror experience, you are Vecna, invading people's minds and conjuring up their worst nightmares as you look to take revenge on Eleven and her friends. Stranger Things VR comes to MetaQuest store later this year. And here is a brand new trailer.
¿Y cómo haces Stranger? A ver. Ah, bueno, ¿eh?
I saw a means to realize my potential.
Ah, bueno, está bien, ¿eh?
To transcend my human form. To become the predator I was always born to be.
Está sexy, ¿eh? Ah, claro, y puedes hacer... ¡Oh! Pero él es la bestia y el superviviente a la vez.
It's time.
También el 23.
Next, it's time to strap into your omnidirectional mobility gear and prepare to fight the unthinkable. Attack on Titan is a best-selling manga series, acclaimed anime adaptation, and now, thanks to the team at Universe, an exhilarating VR game. Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable lets you join the Scout Regiment and go head-to-head with the Titans themselves. Swing through the air using your ODM gear and take down enemies many times your size as you try to protect the last vestiges of humankind. Some of you may already be familiar with this game because we teased it late last year, but you didn't get to see the game's dynamic, high-flying battles. Today you will.
Es que no puedo leer el chat, tío. Es que es cada vez, ¿eh? ¡No! ¡Ah! ¿Cómo se ve, eh? lo chulo que estaría moverte, ¿sabes? Así. Sentir que te mueves tú así. Coming this winter.
Back in 2011, Polish developer People Can Fly, the creators behind Outriders and Painkiller, introduced the world to skill shots. Blast an enemy out of the air, skill shot. Kick him into a cactus, skill shot. Crush somebody under a hot dog cart. You get the idea. Now imagine how creative you could get with that system in VR. Forget imagining it. We've got it. Here's your first look at Bulletstorm in VR.
Shooter. Mucho tipo de juego, Sigo pensando que en algún momento será algo de mainstream. Pero claro, el chat es difícil, la interacción también. Lo perrón que me pone a mí la destrucción en este tipo de juegos. Uff. Sin comentar.
This is the Bulletstorm we all know and love.
No, pero
Every skill shot,
cada vez están... Uf, es que es lo que te digo.
for VR. And for the first time, you'll
Cuando se
actually be able to
optimice
handle an
todo,
energy leash, deliver
incluso
devastating
quizás en
blows,
tamaño,
and mow down hordes of mutated enemies.
Ojo, cuidado, Ojo, cuidado que puede pegar. Puede pegar duro.
And thanks to People Can Fly and Incuvo for bringing such a fun project to life. Okay, before we start talking about our final game, I know you've been waiting for an update on Assassin's Creed in VR. And I have good news. Assassin's Creed Nexus is coming to the MetaQuest store by the end of the year. Tune in
Assassin's Creed Nexus VR?
June 12th for the full reveal of Assassin's Creed Nexus. All right.
12,
I promised you a deep dive.
El día 12 otra conferencia. De locos.
In 2019, Asgard's Wrath took us on an epic journey across the fabled 9 realms of Norse mythology. That journey ended here, imprisoned in this very tavern by the trickster god Loki. But Destiny has more in store for you. From Sanzaru Games and Oculus Studios, this is the world premiere of Asgard's Wrath 2.
Chaos is spreading. Loki's evil invades all realms.
He must be stopped.
Y esta combinación como de dioses y todo. Anterior parecía Loki. Estos juegos son muy sexys, Estos juegos son muy sexys.
Your reality is my guardian.
Exact your vengeance
and unleash.
Cómo suena, Escoge de la cabeza la de y mira qué placer, se queda clavado. Wow. Winter 23. Ojo, cuidado, Ah, pero ya lo puedes pillar.
Asgard's Wrath 2 is an all-new standalone adventure in this epic series. Freed from prison by the Weavers of Fate, you'll set out on a new quest across time and space, from the Norse realms to the deserts of ancient Egypt. Here on the Great Sand Sea, you'll once again battle gods and creatures of myth to stop Loki from upending all of creation. When the original Asgard's Wrath released on PC,
Tremendo croma, también te diré.
it wowed players with its jaw-dropping scale,
En plan, ni los cojines se creen.
combat, and stunning graphics. Asgard's Wrath 2 will set a whole new standard for wireless VR. This is the deep and immersive action RPG that you've been waiting for. Packing enormous, free-roaming environments, gorgeous visuals, and well over 60 hours of exploration and tense combat into MetaQuest 2 and MetaQuest 3. Today, my friend Matt Kramer, head of design at Sanzaru Games, will take us on a tour of the team's groundbreaking title. Everything you're about to see was captured in-game. Matt, the mic's yours.
Thanks, Ruth. I'm so excited to show everyone what we've been working on at Sanzaru these last few years. Asgard's Wrath 2 picks up where the first game left off, in a mysterious tavern you can't escape from. You're suddenly thrust into battle with a giant creature, clearly from another realm. Just when you think all is lost, you encounter the Weavers of Fate, a trio of beings that set you off upon your adventure to find and stop Loki.
¿Sí? ¿Loki?
So just how much bigger is this game? Not only will you travel through new Asgardian locations, like Muspelheim, the Land of Fire, the Weavers of Fate will also bring you to new realms.
Van por nivel los enemigos,
Of ancient Egypt.
Los enemigos van por niveles.
Worlds beyond the scope of any other game on the MetaQuest platform come alive in Asgard's Wrath 2. Dotted with temples, caves and dungeons, characters to meet,
Dungeons, misiones, sí, está muy bien. Hostia, juego muy completo,
quests and side quests, wildlife, crafting resources, mini games and more. This is a living world you can roam.
Hostia, es un juego muy completo.
The most expansive of these worlds is the Great Sand Sea, full of hidden treasures and unique events. You could spend hours upon hours exploring this map and still not discover all its secrets.
Un RPG VR. Papá.
Hunting rare, high-level monsters that roam the sands, or gather plants or and animal parts to craft useful consumable goods, such as bait to attract wildlife, or a ward that provides a temporary AoE benefit wherever you throw it.
Ay, cura a su compañero mientras está combatiendo. Hay de todo,
Fish. Or beat your high score at the slingshot shooting gallery. There's no shortage of stuff to do and see outside the primary quest line. These worlds are so big, you're going to want some more speed as you move through them. Luckily, you'll have the power of a god at your fingertips. As with Asgard's Wrath, you'll be able to transform a few brave animals into unique warrior followers to help you solve puzzles and eviscerate enemies. New in this game, they'll serve as powerful mounts that can carry you swiftly across the massive realms of Asgard's Wrath 2.
Esquivan, O sea que la IA no es tontita.
Of course, what's fast on foot or mount can look very different to a god. Like Asgard's Wrath, you'll also see the world from the god-scale perspective and use your cosmic powers to manipulate the mortal world around you. Reach inaccessible areas, solve puzzles, and more.
No es un juego que tiene de todo.
You can't save the world alone, though. Egypt is full of would-be heroes who need your godly assistance to enter the realm of legend. Each hero in Asgard's Wrath 2 is completely unique. Different weapons, different skills and abilities, and different strengths. By possessing these mortals, you can help them fulfill their destinies and get closer to yours as well. The first of these heroes is Abraxas. a cynical tomb robber with a grudge against the gods. You and Abraxas
Pero este juego es maravilloso,
pair, but you'll have to work together to take down fearsome enemies like the bloodthirsty goddess Sekhmet. Abraxas seeks vengeance against Sekhmet for the murder of his father. With his boomerang axe, whip sword, and blade,
es una evolución total de los juegos VR.
Stop at nothing to defeat her. Combat was one of the aspects players loved most about Asgard's Wrath, us included. It was vicious and brutal.
Encima el tema de los enemigos con vida y tal.
Throwing an axe, or even using your fists. The combat made you feel powerful and skilled. In the first game, the combat favored a defense-first approach, meaning you had to block and parry a series of enemy attacks before you had a chance to remove their runic shields. This loop had to be completed 3 or 4 times before you could start damaging an enemy. In Asgard's Wrath 2, our updated combat system is centered around player choice. Nothing is holding you back.
¿La pega una torta?
Away at enemy shields through a flurry of attacks or land skilled parries to trigger opportunity windows that let you cut through your enemy's defenses with ease.
Es muy bueno.
Systems to include elemental types for a greater degree of player customization and wider
sin ser tan frenético, es tema la vida de los enemigos.
System implemented for weapons. With swords,
y tal es como el God of War, ¿no? El tema de los enemigos, las arenas y tal. Solo que es más tirando RPG. Que el mismo. Necesitas algo más de farmito. Pero es que es eso. El último God of War tiene más o menos lo mismo dentro de lo que cabe. Obviamente mucho mejor gráfico, jugabilidad y tal, pero mira.
Letting you invest further in the weapons you use most. Unlock powerful abilities and super attacks to truly change the game.
Me da un parecido al God of War. Sí. Es que es eso. Es un parecido, o sea, te sientes bien con el juego. Te desahogas en el combate. Veo muy completo el combate, es una maravilla.
That will provide you with powerful buffs, like adding fire damage to your weapon.
Y con la diferencia de los combos, que tienes más dentro de lo que cabe, por el tema de las armas y poderes.
But you won't be the only one leveling up.
Mira, y encima tienes hasta Will.
Followers have their own skill trees and will grow in power the more you spend time.
Sí, hasta los cofres. Sí, es que
even with an upgraded companion and all these powers.
Han querido intentar eso.
Don't think the enemy AI will go easy on you. As you level up, so will they. Gaining new
los bichos que vuelan, como los del God of War.
Sneaky counters, stronger armor.
Los escenarios del desierto. No, está muy bien hecho. Plagio, no, porque uno es VR y el otro no.
Boost each other's damage or call for reinforcement.
Pero creo que hay una inspiración clara y encima llaman a enemigos.
Endurance, speed, and quick thinking you can muster to forge a path through the ravenous enemies that lay between you and your destiny. For a true challenge and the opportunity to earn bragging rights.
Y este es el mundo del God of War, de cuando vas por las puertas y tal.
An infinitely replayable dungeon crawling mode with exclusive loot that you can take back with you into the main campaign. The rifts are always open, so you can visit at any point during or even after the campaign and put your skills against some of the toughest time-limited challenges the rifts have to offer.
No, pero el activarte poderes está muy top, ¿eh?
As you delve deeper into these endless labyrinths, encountering the ghosts of players who fell victim to the rifts before you. Whether friend or foe, these specters will be part of your dungeon, helping or hindering your progress. Survive long enough, and you'll earn a spot on the leaderboards and those precious bragging rights. The Uncharted rifts are deep and full of mystery. They're almost like a whole game on their own, and we've barely scratched the surface of all the unique dangers you'll encounter. I hope that this
una maravilla,
Wrath 2 has you excited. We've got so much more to show you. More heroes, more companions, more gods, Loki anomalies. I can't wait to show you more. Back to you, Ruth.
Asgard. Escúchame, esto puede estar muy top, ¿eh? Es que encima es de Asgard. Quiero decir, es del mismo mundo en el que se han hecho los dos últimos God of War. Pues obviamente los enemigos y dioses pues van a ser los mismos. Y es que habían escenarios que se parecían un montón a algunos de God of War, o sea, ojo, cuidado.
And unlock an exclusive Asgard's Wrath 2 themed character, as well as the title of Cosmic Guardian in Population 1. And once Asgard's Wrath 2 launches later this year, those who pre-ordered will get access to the Sword of Ra and the Sun God's battle armor.
La última saga, sí.
That's the end of our main showcase. But stick around for more, because up
¡Qué maravilla,
next, some of the most passionate VR creators sitting down to discuss the games from the show. And while you're there, we're running a sale on favorites like NFL Pro Era, Resident Evil 4, Bone Lab, Among Us.
Sí, no, la nueva era va a ser muy top.
We're also giving away this awesome
La siguiente generación de consolas va a ser una maravilla. O sea, van a tener una evolución gigantesca en comparación a la misma Play 5 como tal. Y ya da miedo, ¿eh?
And we've got a whole new headset to launch. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thanks to the developers who helped put this show together. Keep playing, and we'll see you next year.
Escúchame. MetaQuest 2 pinta brutal.